For the first time in 16 years, Wales will kick off a Six Nations campaign this weekend without the two men who have dominated their number 15 jersey in one of the country's most successful rugby periods. Leigh Halfpenny and Liam Williams have been two of Welsh rugby's greatest servants. But after club moves to New Zealand and Japan respectively, they are now out of the international picture. Halfpenny has officially retired from Test rugby, and while Williams has said he is available for Wales' summer tour of Australia, the reality is the two British-Irish Lions aces are both absent now. So, what to do? Wales head coach Warren Gatland had one of Halfpenny or Williams as his designated fullback for the majority of his first trophy-laden spell in charge. Now, as Gatland begins a new era, he needs a new last line of defence. Josh Adams, a specialist wing who can play fullback, is the favourite to take on the role when Wales face Scotland on Saturday in Cardiff. Louis Rees-Zammit would have been an option for Gatland to consider, but he is now in America pursuing a career in the NFL after leaving rugby behind. Gatland could pick rookies Cameron Winnett, Kai Evans or Tom Rogers against Scotland, but he is likely to opt for Adams in the 15 shirt with Rio Dyer on one wing and possibly Mason Grady the other. "It's different, there's no doubting that," said Wales skills coach Neil Jenkins of the new look Wales squad for this Six Nations, one which has an average age of just 25. "Certainly from my perspective, I've known a long time the likes of Dan Biggar and Leigh, these type of guys who have been involved with myself, especially with kicking. They've obviously retired and finished. But again, it's exciting on the flip side as well. There's a lot of young talent, a lot of new talent. Without number 10 Biggar, Williams and Halfpenny, the Welsh backline which will start 2024 has a callow look to it. Sam Costello is set to start in Biggar's fly half position against Scotland. Exeter lock Davith Jenkins, just 21, was named as Wales Six Nations captain earlier this month. "Expectations are always high within ourselves," his coaching namesake said. "We always believe we can prove ourselves, and I think most people have written us off already. It's not something we tend to worry about. We'll back ourselves to get things right." Gatland and his Wales coaching assistants and players have emphasised their belief they can cause a shock, but the reality is Scotland should, and really must, at Principality Stadium. Gregor Townsend's side haven't tasted success at the home of Welsh rugby since 2002. Their record in Cardiff is dire, although they did beat Wales away in 2020, a game which was played at Parker Scarlets in Llanelli at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Scotland should be licking their lips at the potential Welsh side for this weekend. There can be no denying that Gatland being forced to call on such a young squad is a legacy of poor management of the country's national game. And yet, you still wouldn't totally rule out Wales coming out on top, especially after Scotland lost key prop WP Nel to injury on Monday. Scotland are preparing for Wales with a training camp in Spain. Wales forward Gareth Thomas would likely have packed down opposite Nell this weekend. You can tell already, Gatland, is breathing confidence into the group, and that will be key for us, said Thomas. It's very exciting to think what we can do. Gats said at the World Cup, we're a country that always punches above its weight. We're going to have to do that in this campaign as well. I can't see a team coming up against us and thinking they're going to have an easy day. Since I have been involved and watching Wales before me, nobody has had any easy day against Wales. None of us will back down in any fight. Elsewhere, rugby's disciplinary process has again been called into question after European rugby bosses appealed the decision of an independent committee to withdraw a red card given to Bristol's Josh Caulfield. The Bears lot was sent off in a Champions Cup clash with Connacht for stamping on Ireland prop Finlay Bealham. The committee found Caulfield had delivered an act of foul play but decided it was not worthy of a red card, and the player was free to play again immediately. However, on Monday, European Rugby said they did not accept that verdict and Caulfield will face a new hearing on Tuesday. The incident is eerily similar to the one which involved former England captain Owen Farrell last summer after he was eventually banned for a dangerous tackle against Wales.